Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Bros 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Bros 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975. It's been a while since I've done a vloggy video and a tagged response video. So with this, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen. How rude of me. This is a video response. I was tagged by Probman5. He is in my channel list, and I put a link to his channel in the doohickey down below. This tag has been doing the rounds of the gaming community. It's just a little bit of fun, and as with most sort of tag videos, I like to do just go into it, do it off the cuff. No idea what I did that with my hands, and I've never done it before. Please go and check out Probman5's channel. He's a really cool guy. He's a good friend of mine. His content's brilliant, insightful, intelligent. His cultural aspect videos are just brilliant. The way he, logically breaks down his subjects and the topics within them is, look, just go and check him out. Seriously, do me a favor and go and check him out. He's a really cool guy. So thanks, mate, for tagging me with this. So let's get straight into this. Yeah, I'm a little bit pants and a little bit late to the party on this. I was tagged a week ago. So sorry, mate. All right, first question. What state do you live in? So I'm guessing this is originated in America. We don't live in states in the UK. Well, in England. I'm English, I'm not British. Ooh, contention. Yeah, we live in counties. It's funny because I don't know why counties. All I know is when Normans conquered England or something, it was a term that they brought with them. Good for you, Normans. Everyone should bring their own terms with them. So I actually live in North Somerset. There's a South Somerset. I live in North Somerset. It sounds proper kind of yokel, sort of last of the summer wine. It is. Actually, you know what? North Somerset is kind of, more so the rest of North Somerset, because I'm pretty much just bordering on Bristol, is kind of, farmers, land, because obviously Somerset is really sort of, renowned for, its cider producing, Thatchers. Shame I don't really like cider. Don't like anything that smells like bad eggs. But yeah, so I live in North Somerset, but it used to be Avon. I don't know if Avon still exists, but yeah, a few years ago when I was a child, it got changed from Avon to North Somerset. But what's even stranger is I live in North Somerset, but I have a Bristol postcode because it starts with BS. Go figure. Anyone know why? If anyone knows why they changed it from Avon to North Somerset, or maybe it was because Avon was too big and so they changed it from North Somerset to South Somerset. Anyway, I'm waffling. So I live in North Somerset. How did you get into collecting? I've talked about this before, but I haven't really mentioned the spiraling effect. The fact that it can be quite compelling and addictive. Around about 2011, I had a midlife crisis. Not anything stupid like, I awoke one night, stood on the top of a bridge thinking doom and gloom. No, I just went, I don't know, I had a hankering to relive my youth. I was never a diehard collector before that. I wouldn't say I'm a diehard collector now, because I collect to play more so than any other reason. And so I decided, having a Japanese Mega Drive as a child, that I wanted, having watched a few channels like Ian Wilson, his Mega Drive channel, and Steve Benway, and this is before I even had a YouTube channel. In fact, it prompted technically the birth of my YouTube channel. I thought, I'm going to see if I can repiece together the exact collection of games I had as a kid, and that was my goal. That's where it started. Initially, I never intended to go anywhere, sort of past that. And then one day, a couple of years later, I managed to complete, and it's one of the things I'm most proud of. I have every single game, Japanese game, with a couple of exceptions because of prices and stuff like that, meaning I bought maybe the American version, that I had as a kid. And then obviously it grew a little bit into, there were some other Mega Drive games I wanted, but then obviously I was having so much fun playing retro games, and I never went out to purchase stuff, but stuff just came along, and I ended up getting a Master System, I ended up getting a PC engine and then a TurboGrafx, but it was never about collecting, like, got a Woody for it, I'm going mental. It was just about the systems I adored when I was a kid, or had a little bit of exposure to, and when they came along, the right price or fell into my lap, then I had to have them. And then that's how I got into collecting, and even more so being part of the gaming community, it's fueled it. But Yeah, that's my roots of collecting, but it's not really about collecting for everything or having everything. It's just about more so stuff that I have nostalgia for, if that makes sense. This is going to really turn into a long one, isn't it? What does your significant other think of your gaming hobby? Well, I like to think she doesn't mind. She says it's cute, it's adorable. You know, she's watched some videos and said, "Oh, you look like someone who really enjoys retro gaming." When I asked her what you think of my channel, but I don't know. I think unless you collect for something specific. Or you know, you collect for something specific, or at least in the realms of similarity to someone else who does, then you're not going to appreciate it. So, you know, you may not have a problem with it, but I don't think that other individual will probably truly know why you collect that or what you do. But then it's no different to, you know, someone else collecting, you know, childhood My Little Ponies or something. But yeah, no, she said she's cool with it. Never fought over it, so I guess she's cool. Oh, now you're making me paranoid. What's your favourite game of all time? Talked about this before, but it absolutely is. It's Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. I remember reading the hype for that before it came out, and then it absolutely delivered. I actually somehow managed to complete the Japanese version on import, and then I ended up completing the US version, and then finally got the PAL version, which is crap in comparison, but it's the one I have now. I love that game. There was nothing else like it at the time, and it's the game that made me fall in love with cinematic delivered by, you know, the game engine, because the cutscenes in that are absolutely fantastic. Amazing story, amazing controls, clever switching of two separate game engines to make you think it's in real time characters you care about. Some genuine innovation, like when you fight, sorry, spoilers, Psycho Mantis, and he starts reading your memory card and your moves, and then you pull out the control pad and stick it in the other port, and he's like, "Oh shit, I can't read you." That blew me away, and I'm probably, I mean, it's good, but many people say it's not as good as the PlayStation. It probably isn't, but I even love and adore the GameCube version. I love the fact that it's got updated visuals brought in like Metal Gear 2, but you know, it still sticks, you know, vehemently to the original storyline. So Metal Gear Solid is my favourite game of all time. There's never ever, much like Back to the Future as a movie, anything that's come along and even come close to nudging it off, possibly with the exception of Resident Evil 2. First person you were ever subscribed to? That's really, really easy. There's a few people I attribute to inspiring my channel. One is Steve Benway, who I found shortly after this, but then I wouldn't have even found this community if it wasn't for this individual. Remember, I had a tablet, this is 2011, when, you know, cheap tablets were just sort of coming out, or affordable ones, and I was just playing around on it, and that's how I started discovering that YouTube was more than people just posting up videos about cats falling off walls and people getting hurt in the balls, you know, with footballs or falling off skateboards and stuff like that. Just, you know, I thought it was just like You've Been Framed or something. And I found a guy called very rude and loud playing up there. Found a guy called Retro Roadshow, Crow. He's still in my channel list. He hasn't produced videos for a while, but you know, he's on hiatus, and he said he is coming back. Go and check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. They're a couple of years old, these videos, but they're brilliant. A guy in his basement, real sort of TV feeling, you know, show quality about his channel, or the shows he produced. And yeah, literally, I can credit him with basically having a YouTube channel and discovering the gaming community. Anyway, once again, mate, thank you so much for tagging me. So I've got to tag 3 people. I'm going to tag UltraMaximus. I'm going to tag the Nerd Genius, Michael Burhan, and I'm going to tag Crazy Picard. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.